Well, good morning, everybody. This is Marcel, aka Milky Way, from the Rotterdam, the Netherlands. And today is my very first video about explaining how I make my strategies. Um, I made a strategy of Bitcoin Cash and Theta. Theta I just finished yesterday. And a lot of you guys asked me how to explain how I make this strategy. So in this video, I will take you into my thinking process, my decision making, and how I use the different kind of mindsets and the combinations to get my buy and my sell signals to have to make some very good profits. Well, 2 weeks ago I finished my first strategy for the Bitcoin Cash strategy. You can see it on the screen. You see the buys, the sells, the buys, the sells, the buys, the sells, the buys, the sells, the buys, the sells. So the strategy is making a pretty good profit on the swings, and I'm testing it now live on my Binance account, and I'm really happy what I see last week because I made some very good profits, and I'm very happy about it. That's why I went further to my Theta coin. Theta is a favorite coin of mine, so that's why I made also the same strategy. Well, if we look at Theta, it went this way, and it finished yesterday, and I'm very happy about it because also here I have my buy signals follows with a good sell signal, so we have a very good profit. If we look at this one, it's 20%. If we look at this one, it's 23%. And if we look at last week, it also made a good profit of almost 28%. So I will try to explain how I came to the strategy, try to show you how my process is going to get this done. Well, first what I'm doing is that I'm using the higher time frames. Why? Because I have several bots, and most of them now have a strategy for the shorter time frame, the 1, the 3, the 5, and the 15 minutes. But I saw that on my mid-term portfolio and my long-term portfolio, I'm still trading manually. So, and that's why I was thinking, how can I develop a strategy that also trades for me on the midterm and on the long term? So that's why I using higher time frames. So what I'm doing is I'm analyzing the chart on the 1 hour, the 2 hour, the 3 hour, and the 4 hour. And in case you're asking why not 30 minutes or 45 minutes, because I believe in that the 1 hour chart is making a trend. So if it goes up, I believe that it's a downtrend or uptrend. So that's why the minimum for this strategy is the first of the 1 hour chart. So I look at this chart, I analyze it, and I look for the highs and the lows. Well, let's take this piece of the chart, and what is very important is that you see where are the highs. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. And I'm looking also at the lows. So the potential buy signals. And I measure a couple of them. And okay, 40%. That's nice. This one, 10%. Okay, that's good. 11% and 20%. Well, and this one is also very good, of course. And 47%. So this for me is important, because here I want to have my buy signals. Here I want to have my sell signals, my buy signals. Buy, maybe here the sell. Okay, but we'll see during the process. Sell, buy, sell, sell, buy, sell. What's also very important for me during this process to fine-tune the different kind of mindset is that you don't want to buy at this place, because you see I'm using only buy and sell signals. So I'm not using a trailing profit or something like that. So only buy and sell signals. And DCA, but I will explain later on in this video. But you don't want to have a buy signal in this area. Absolutely not. So that's very important. Well, what I'm doing is that I'm opening a JackRabbit. So let me go to the first one. And in this example, I use the standard default, the trend hunter, and that's the pivot hunter. And well, trend hunter, you can't tune something, so you have to do it in this combination with pivot. Where's pivot? Oh, it's over here. And you're gonna see what kind of buy signals it produces right now. Well, you see here is a buy signal. Great. Here is a buy signal. Also great. Well, I've tuned it, of course, but if I set it on 3, you see that it generates more buy signals. Here, well, it would be a great one. If I sell here, it's have a nice gain. Also here, great buy signal. And if you would sell it, it's great. But then it buys here, and that's a bugger. You don't want to have this buy signal. Even you can solve it with maybe with DCA, dollar cost averaging, but this is a very big one. And if I look at this, yeah, this is Black Thursday. It was a drop of almost 40%. So if you have to do this with DCA, yeah, it's too big. So you try to avoid this kind of buys. So you have to tune it a little more. Here's the pivot, so I'm going to up to 4. Well, still here, tune it up to 5. Hey, here's 1 away, and tune it up to 6. Hey, this one is gone. That's good. But also this great buy is also gone. Well, that's a pity. But okay. So what I'm doing is I'm satisfied with this buys on this point. So great. So it stays that way. Then what I'm doing next, I'm going to the next one. And the next one is I use the momentum and trend hunter. So also the mindset trend hunter are only not with pivot, but now I use it with momentum. So to make it easy, I set off first one. And what you see is, it's not on this chart, unfortunately, but I create here a buy signal, and here a buy signal, and here a buy signal. And if I look at the rest of the chart, no, it's not. Okay. But this is a very important one for me, because here a buy signal, and here a sell signal, or maybe here a sell signal, it's going to be a very big profit. This is also a very important one. Also on the bottom, a buy signal. Here selling it. Whoa, that's good. This one great? Well, okay, yeah. It's not the best one, but if I go down, it's almost 50%. This is a buy signal I write down on a piece of paper, and when I'm finished with all my buy signals, I will look at this one for the dollar cost average. Well, I come to that later. But here also I'm satisfied. And with momentum, you're gonna fine tune it also. So if I go to the momentum, which I use now with Trend Hunter, where it is, yes, you can use different kind. You can use directional, long, or short. Now, when I use long, I don't have any buy signal, so that's not an option. So if I look to the if I look to short, did I have it? Yes, this was this one. Okay. And if I go to directional, look, I have here a buy signal. Well, that's a good one. I didn't have it yet. If you want to check it, you can also put the first one on. And you can see, here I got a buy signal, here I got a buy signal. Well, and this is a buy signal. But it's only one. So, yeah, is it a good one? Yeah, it's a good one. But in this Excel, in my final tuning, I left it on. I left it on short. But this was also a very good buy signal. So what I'm doing is the setting of the Trend Hunter momentum momentum directional, which created a buy signal here, I write it down because during the down tuning, if I don't get a buy signal here with another mindset, I can also use the momentum with short to create that buy signal. Well, and then I go to the next one. And in the next one, I also use Trend Hunter, and I use momentum. What did I use? I use also short, but I use some different indicators. And you can tune it with 4, 5, 6, the source, open, high, low, close. That can also be an option to create some of your buying signals. If I do close, look, you saw I had a buy signal over here, and when I use the source close, I have the buy signal over here. Well, it was open. I use here the second time frame, the 4 hours. Also here you can play with it. You can set 30 minutes. Well, see, the buy opportunity is gone. So you have a lot of options to create your buy signals. Well, I did that with a lot of mindset on this way, and you see that using the mindset with different combinations, with pivot, with momentum, you can create a lot of buy signals and also a lot of sell signals. I'm not going to every buy signal and sell signal I create. I think you understand the way I work to create it. So if you look at data, I was very happy with it. Why? Because in this example, you see I have a buy signal over here, a buy signal over here. So the indicators give the signal because this is going to be a good buy signal. Yes, because you see that I have a sell signal on this point. I even have 3 sell signals on this point. So this is going to be a very good gain, almost 46%. Well, that's great. After that sell signal, I would like to have a buy signal over here. And you see, with the tuning and using the different kind of mindsets, I created buy signals over here. Hey, here I created a sell signal. And sometimes you can make a decision to not create a sell signal over here or here, but that you say, well, I would like to create here a sell signal, so my profit will be larger. About 25, about 30%. But what also is very important is how long do you want to take that you have a profit. If I look here, I have some buy signals and I sell here. So from the 26th of December to 7th January, so it's 2 weeks. Yeah, I have a good profit. I buy lower here and I sell. That's 9th of January is to the 17th of January. That's a week. So I buy here, sell here, buy lower, sell here, buy lower, sell here. Then I couldn't create a buy signal over here. Yeah, you can create a buy signal over here, but it's possible that you also create a buy signal over here, and you can't get rid of this buy signal. And when you want to get rid of this buy signal, you also get rid of this buy signal. So that's the tuning about it. You have to be patient, you have to be creative, you have to think which mindset I use, and sometimes it's so frustrating that you want to have this buy signal over here, you also get it here, and well, what I've been doing is after a couple of hours I'm saying, okay, tomorrow I go further because I'm not getting further at the moment and it gets frustrating to me. So, okay, tomorrow, new day. So that's important for me. So, and what is also very important for me is that I look for which point I create a buy signal. Well, I know from the last few days this was really a little kind of motherfucker because I couldn't create this one, and yeah, this one was really hard. I will show you which one it was. 6, I think. Yeah, that one. This was really hard, and I tried a lot of things. I know I used to create this buy signal and this buy signal. I used Trend Hunter. I used Trend Hunter with technical analysis. I tried technical analysis with sideway analysis, without sideway analysis, without technical analysis, but with sideway analysis. I tried the red-green analysis without the different kind of combinations to create, and yeah, it didn't work. And but yeah, you have to have patience to look at it. And at a certain moment, tried Range Hunter, tried Jerling, Price Hunter, the Predictor. I tried Knife Catcher. And with Knife Catcher and Pivot Hunter, well, I had finally had the match. But it took a while because this was on the I used the current time frame, so it was yes. And if you look at it, you see this was also a great buying signal. But here we go again. We have a buy signal on this drop, on this big drop. We have a buy signal also on this drop. So what I was doing, I was setting on no, and I was playing with different kind of time frames to look. You see that I used the 2 hours, I used the 3 hours, and still, my buying signals top. It was great, but still also got these buy signals. So I was tuning and tuning and tuning and tuning and tuning and tuning, and yeah, well, at a certain moment I came to the 12-hour time frame, and here we go. These buy signals were gone. This buy signal was still there, and yeah, I feel very comfortable of it. And if I look at the pivot, yeah, I also played with it. This is now a 5, and if I put it on 4, look, here is the bicycle again. And also here I played with the source close, and I used a second time frame, the 2 hours. Because also here, if I use the 4 hour, it creates, oh, here it is. This is not what you want. So it's tuning, fine tuning, and look what you want. And you see that I can use knife catcher, and what I'm using over here, what I'm using here. This one I'm using. Very important. Nice bicycle. So, and yeah, after a while, you see that you created on the important points, you created bisignals and cell signals, because also the process with the cell signals is the same. What was the cell? Yeah, this was the cell signal. Oh, no. Yeah, this one. What you see is every layer is a bilayer or it's a cell layer. So in this example, this is my cell layer, and this is for tuning for a cell signal. So I rarely use a mindset or a combination that does both, because if I use both, I don't get the right bisignal, and I don't get the right cell signal. So yeah, I separate them, and you can see that. I'll put this away again. Oh, look, here you see this layer, and you see that I created some nice cell signals over here, over here, over here, over here, over here, over here, and over here. And what I said, I used this layer only for cell, and I used combination Range Hunter. I'm a very big fan of Range Hunter. I see also on the short time frame, the 1 minute and 3 minutes, it creates a very good buys for me, and yeah, I'm really a fan of it. But in this example, I use Range Hunter with the Pivot Hunter, and also here I play with the cell boundary, so the different kind of boundaries to create the cell signals. And also here I play with the source, confirmation bias. Here I don't use the second time frame, but only the 1 hourly. And in this experiment I don't set the boundaries, so I don't have to fill it in. And I use the pivot, and the pivot, it's also playing with the cell, the close. Also use the 1 hourly, so I don't use the second time frame. And yeah, well, this is this is the process I use to create my buy signals and my sell signals. And it's important to analyze the chart before you begin. And it's important to set a goal, which strategy you want to follow. Do you want to use stop loss? I don't use stop loss in this kind of charts. I only sell with a profit. And that's because Bitcoin Cash, Theta, Neo, Bitcoin are some coins I believe in, also in the fundamentals. So if I, in this example, would buy over here and something is happening in the world market and we would have going down that way, it's a bugger that it will go this way, but it's Bitcoin Cash, so yeah, well, I have to do some dollar cost averaging to get my buying price average go lower. But I don't mind having Bitcoin Cash because Bitcoin Cash is always going up. It's going down, but it's also going up. So I don't have a really big problem with that. So it's important to analyze where you want to create your buy signals and your sell signals, and then you can use the different kind of mindsets to create it. And in my strategy, I also used DCA because sometimes this example, yes, this is a good example to explain. Sometimes you can tune, and in this example of Theta, I almost tuned for more than 13 hours to create my buy and sell signals, and to my satisfaction. But you always have one or two, maybe three buy signals where you can't create a sell signal. Well, I'm not using a trailing profit stop loss. So yeah, if you look at this one, I buy here, but I'm not selling here. So boom, it's going down and it buys here. Well, if I look at this one, it's going down almost 10%. 10%. And my dollar cost averaging is -5, so it's here, and it will buy over here. So the averaging will be here. So what I'm doing, I'm calculating it, and I calculate how much the profit will be for the next sell signal. Well, it's not much. It's almost 2%. It's not much. But I sell it with a profit. It's a small profit, but it's a profit. It's not a loss, thanks to the dollar cost averaging. And here you see the same. Create buy signals. But I couldn't create here a sell signal. Yeah, you can create a sell signal, but it definitely creates sell signals in the rest of the chart. You think of that it would create a sell signal here. Well, I don't want to create a sell signal over here. I want it here. So that's the decision you have to make, which sell signals you want to have. So this is a good example of it. Also, great buy signal, but I couldn't create a sell signal here and here. So it goes down, goes down, goes down, goes down, and here it's going to dollar cost averaging, and maybe here also minus 5% and a buy signal. So if I measure again what the average price would be with dollar cost averaging, it's going to be here, I think. Also here, it's not going to be a big profit. No. Well, it's 2.4%, but okay, I sell it with a profit. And then, well, we go further, buy signal, sell, sell, buy signal, sell. Well, and that's, yeah, how I fine tune my buy and sell signals. So I hope you understand this explanation of the strategy. I hope you could understand my English. English is not my native language, but I'm from Holland, and I'm not used to speak a lot in English. So, well, I think I'll leave it here. And yeah, well, if you have certain questions, feel free to ask. I'm on Discord, you know that, under my alias Milky Way. And I see and hear you soon. Have a nice day and have a nice tuning and go for the profit. Goodbye.